Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. I was absolutely delighted to see that we've probably got at least 15, possibly even 20 brand new players, folks who maybe just found the channel for the first time, folks who may have been sort of just lurking in the background, enjoying watching us solve and enjoying the amazing results in the comments, and then now want to enter the battle and do the March tournament. So it seems almost like a guarantee that we will do it. So have no fear. Start making sure that you supply those results. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Let's actually just get SLATE punched in. For those of you who are new to the Wordle with Art, because we're doing a tournament, I'm not doing my traditional tricks where I would spin a wheel and have some pre-assigned, usually 1 or 2 word combos on a certain theme. We've done science, we've done food, we've done sports, we've done you name it. With a tournament, you can't do that, okay? You have to go with an optimal word, and according to at least Squirtle, SLATE is the best. Now, some folks actually do quite well with other words, and even with 2-word combos. Some of the best players, for instance, use like parse Clint and soar Clint, S-O-A-R-E. Those seem to be really good. And it sort of sounds, it's a great way to play because you sort of get used to those particular combinations and they become quite predictable. What my strategy was to just start with SLATE, and I actually took the time to memorize some 60 to 80, I think it is, combinations based off of the specific color tiling after SLATE. So for instance, I happen to know, because I have learned the hard way, that you need to make sure you stay on top of these. I happen to know when there's a yellow A and a green E, Squirtle suggests that you use range, meaning that it's determined that range is the best possible word to cut down the number of possibilities as fast as possible. That's really what Wordle is all about, to keep cutting down, whittling down your possibilities as fast as possible, because you don't want to have too many towards the end and then be stuck with a nasty 50-50 and then lose the game. Here, the stakes are even higher. Not only are we not even thinking about losing, and not solving it, but we're trying to get this in the fewest number of guesses possible. So let's go ahead and put in range, which didn't do much. I have noticed that sometimes the word is just like it hits like a laser and I can get it in 3. Other times, like today, it's a bit of a dud. It didn't even position the A for us. However, it probably will start with A. So let's just go with that, because the only AE word that I possibly know that I think is an answer, which absolutely would not work today because we lost the L and the G, would be algae. Okay? So yeah, we're not going to put the A in the 4th slot. So while I just start to think about what I'm going to use for my 3rd word, again, welcome to all the new folks. I'm so happy to have you. A few of you definitely look new and provided your solution for yesterday's word, which was moose. But I didn't see your copied statement from the description, so it will be back in today's video. Just make sure that you just simply copy the statement at the end of the rules and just sign it, with your initials or your YouTube username and the date, which would now be March 2nd, and you're officially entered. It's literally, a 5-second step. But if you want to read the directions and the scoring and the information about the game and the rules, that might take about, 3 or 4 minutes. It's just good to be familiar so that you don't accidentally do something that you're really not supposed to. And the other thing I wanted to mention is if you do want to just hang around and supply your solutions, but you do not want to be in the tournament itself, that's totally fine. Please just say so and just say playing just for fun. And then that way, when you share your comments with everybody, I'll know not to include them in the actual tallying of the scoring. And unfortunately, it means you also won't be part of the finale video. But you're absolutely more than welcome to share and show off in pride, I'm sure, your amazing results. I do want to also mention that thanks to one of my amazing friends, Edward Collins, who actually was part of the January tournament and did quite well, he has given me what appears to be an absolutely spectacular solution to the issue I was facing of trying to capture and tally these results, which, as you can imagine, now that we've probably got close to 80 players, is going to start to get even harder. So We don't have to worry about it for today. I still need to test it out first. I'm sure it's going to work. I just need to make sure I'm comfortable with it and that it's all set up perfectly. But within another day or two, guys, I will share with you Edward's amazing and very, very simple approach to making sure that it's easy from my end to capture the results. And it'll also ensure 100% accuracy. So that's coming up. In the meantime, please just do it the regular way. Just tell me what your path was and the number of guesses, and you're good to go. All right, guys. Now, with all those pleasantries out of the way, we had to figure out what the heck I'm going to do here. We got a 4 with Moose, which seems like it was about average because, as I say, these Wordle with Art viewers and the players in the tournament are not among the best. You guys are the best. It's a guarantee, okay? So I can't afford too many more of these 4s, even though I'm certain today's is looking, at best a 4. But yeah, it's okay. I think it's those 5s and 6s that you really have to avoid. Those are definitely deadly. All right, just always checking to make sure my screen looks good, and it does. What are we going to do here? It's an A word ending in E. I'm sure there's a bunch of options, which is extremely annoying. It could be, okay, so it's not adage. We don't have the A in the third or the G in the fourth. Okay. It's not arouse. Oh, that's too long anyway. It's not arise. It's not, okay, what could this word be? It would be so nice to get a 3, but I'm not counting on it whatsoever. I'm just saying to myself, we could be looking at, I think range actually did do a nice job of eliminating a lot of possibilities. We've got to have another, there's got to be another vowel in here. So, oh, it's funny. It's almost could have been a due, but that's not set up properly. That wouldn't be the correct spelling. Okay, what is this word? We could just go alphabetical, even though that's not very efficient. AB would be like Abbott, Abby, abide. Ooh, abide. One must abide by the law. I'm sure that all of you guys will abide by the rules that we have all agreed to. Abide is very good. I don't think we've had it. Let's just go with it. Let's not waste time. All right, so I overlooked another possible word, didn't I? Which is slightly unfortunate. Oh, above. Yeah, I don't feel bad. That happens, right? That happens. And if anything, guys, I hope it just, again, I'm not trying to say I'm Mr. Role Model or anything, but I just want you to know that I am absolutely sticking to the agreement by the book, okay? By the book. So that, of course, if I had guessed above, that would have been kind of lucky. But there's a point where if that happens too often, it does become a little bit suspicious, okay? And just a friendly little reminder that in the background, I am running simulations on some of the solutions that do appear to be a little bit suspicious. And if there's too many of these where the person might seem to have just gotten like the absolute best guess and then it just hands him the answer, that also starts to become slightly suspicious, especially if that guess came out of like 30 possible words that, could have been valid. Once is fine, but when that happens 2 times in a row, now think about it, the chances of that happening are not just 1 in 30, but it's like 1 in 900. And then, you start to reach certain statistical boundaries that you don't want to cross, okay, guys? So just a friendly reminder, we always want to keep this on the up and up. And for sure, I had no idea, okay? And I got a little unlucky, which is slightly unfortunate, but I'm not upset because I still feel like that was well solved. And but the problem is, you guys are very good, and I suspect there will be a decent number of 3s. Let's go ahead and check out Squirtle and see how it performed. And yeah, now what is its path going to be? Ooh, I have no idea. SLATE range. It seemed like the AB was a pretty good way to start it. What would it do after range? I'm not sure. I'm actually gonna. The funny thing is, I'm just gonna predict what I did. Maybe it'll go SLATE range abide above. Why not? Let's just keep it simple and check out to see if that's correct. So let me just straighten this screen out so it looks good. And we'll have fun predicting Squirtle today. All right, perfect. So the answer was above. I will be slightly upset if abide was an answer, but I don't remember it. What can you do? Okay, we didn't do this though. We went SLATE. Range, as you can see, is the next guess. I will put mine in, but I can tell already that Squirtle is not going to get it in 3, which is good because I did abide, and then the answer is above. Okay, so it also got it in 4. The difference is that it went from abode to above. It did not waste time doing abide. That would have been hilarious. Oh, well, it couldn't have, obviously, because it already had established that there's an O in the 3rd. So there you have it, guys. Yeah, after range, let's see if there's some words I missed. Abode, I did miss, but it wouldn't have mattered because abide would have ruled it out anyway. Above, adobe. Awoke, I missed that one. And then what happens is these words start to become a little bit less common, and you don't really sort of have to worry about them as much because they're just not like normal everyday words that would be a Wordle solution. As a rule of thumb, they do tend to be fairly straightforward everyday words. So really, I simply just missed the awoke and possibly the adobe or adobe. All right. Well, yeah, not bad. 2 4s to start it off. Again, that's not terrible because some 3s can start to bring that down. And it seems like, just so you guys have like a benchmark, it seems like around 3.5 is just about the right average to ensure a top 10 placing. And we'll know for sure on Friday when the video comes out because I'll basically put in everybody's result for the top 10 in terms of what their daily average was. I also had a few requests to provide maybe a link to the final spreadsheet so that even if you didn't make the top 10, you can see how close you were. And I will definitely do that. I think that's completely fair, and that shouldn't take much work at all. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's edition of Wordle with Art. It wasn't terrible, and I think it was sort of on the quicker side. Of course, we had a lot of chit-chat on either side of the solve, but that's okay. I just am very excited to welcome so many new folks. It's extremely exciting, and we're going to have some good times ahead of us. Wordle is life. You're going to see, and I sort of like, am a microcosm, I think, of most people's solves in the sense that I'm going to have some amazing days where you're going to hear me howl. That usually happens on a 3, which was well-earned and well-deserved and very well needed. You'll definitely hear something even greater than a howl if I get it in 2. I will never get it in 1 because SLATE was already used. And there's going to be times where I might lose it. And I have used the F-bomb on 2 occasions. That's just when I play poorly or I just got into a horrible, nasty trap. So it's a reflection of life. It does show the ups and downs. But the bottom line is, no matter how you guys perform, these Wordle with Art viewers are among the best. And on average, you are doing far better than the general population, okay? And that's something that I think I might include in the finale video just to show how good you guys are for the month of February. How did you guys do compared to the rest of the pack who solves Wordle on an everyday basis? My prediction is much better by maybe like even half a guess. All right, guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed. And of course, yes, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.